Hey guys, how's it going? It's PowerGaming8590 here. Today we are continuing our playthrough of the Commonwealth Marathon by Paul Boyer. So in the last episode, we started making our way through the Nuka Runners HQ to get the gas for the misters to help us with the actual marathon itself. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to hit our misters here and attempt to jump the gap so we can get the last gas canister. Now before we do that, if you do enjoy Fallout 4 modding videos, do feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate any support. Now here we go. I didn't hit jump. Oh, overdose? What? I saw something about an overdose. Is that a status effect? It must not be. That must just be something that happens. Okay, so that's not an actual new status effect. Wait, why'd they turn off? Mr. Array. Oh, it takes 30 seconds to reset. Okay. Okay, I lagged. The game does not like moving that quick. Oh, see, I can hear him running around in there. Yeah, they're definitely running around. Let's try this again. There we go. Now we made the jump. Oh my. Okay, we took them out. Mr. Gas. Ooh, steamer trunk. Lots of good loot. And what do we do? Building Master Key 2. Huh. How am I supposed to get that? And find a way out. I'm not... Oh, it's right in front of me. Never mind. I'm just blind. It happens. I say that was definitely a living feral. Now, anything new here? No. Wait, can we get in to this area? Inaccessible? No. Oh, that's full of water. Okay, that's why. Well, I guess the only way we have to go is down. Ooh, Mr. Lab Terminal. Let's check that out. Okay, so we'll start by unlocking that. Message center, inbox, shoes. Okay, I think we read all those already. Sent. Okay, that's a new one. And that's a new one. Okay, so we're going to go with what the hell just happened. Pete, what the hell just happened? It sounded like a nuke went off outside. The lab elevator has collapsed, the emergency access door is locked down and not responding, and we are trapped. Water is pouring in, the utility basement is flooding fast, and every pump has already kicked in. Please send help now. Salvador Black, Mr. Project Lead. Please take care of Sam. Pete, can you please take care of Sam? If we let him continue as he is, not only are we going to take a hit in morale, we also run the risk of losing Darlene. You know our partners in this project are not the most forgiving people, and they have given us a very substantial sum, enough to bail out last year's horrible numbers. If we do not meet the deadline, I fear not only for the company, but for our lives. Salvador Black, Mr. Project Lead. So it sounds like they were pretty scared. Now we've got several different days here for drafts. So we've got day 2, October 24th. No response from upstairs. Communications appear to be down, though it is unclear whether due to flooding or something far worse. Still, I have a capable team here, and intellect has always triumphed over circumstance. The flooding in the basement continues, but we have stabilized sub 3 for the moment. Power reserves remain strong. The fusion cores will keep the pumps running for years if necessary. That is one small comfort. Day 3, October 25th. 2 days trapped. Food stores are limited to a few lunches and snacks from the honor bar. The water is still running, though the Geiger counter is beginning to chirp even when idle. The Rataway Mister on sub 3 remains operational, which is fortunate. I had expected frustration by now, but what I see instead is fear. The numbers do not lie. At current exposure rates, none of us will last the week. Day 4, October 26th. We tried forcing the emergency hatch to the basement, but the water pressure is immense. The door will not move. The observation window was built to withstand a nuclear blast, and none of our tools can even scratch it. Delilah attempted to climb the elevator shaft. She made it halfway before losing her grip and falling. Thankfully, we caught her, though she is shaken and bruised. We are running out of options. Day 5, October 27th. Radiation sickness has begun to take hold. Everyone is showing symptoms. Delilah insists she can make it this time if we can stack enough crates and equipment to give her a better start. We spent most of the day dragging debris under the shaft, building a kind of unstable tower. Watching her climb that heap while her hands trembled made my stomach turn. She nearly reached the second floor before her strength gave out. I told her she has more courage than the rest of us combined. She laughed at that. None of us laughed back. Day 6, October 28th. Bill believes flooding the lab may allow us to open? I'm assuming that's supposed to say to open the emergency exit. He says it is like being trapped in a car underwater. Once the pressure equalizes, the door can be opened. His plan is simple. Disable the pumps on sub 3, let the water rise, then try the door again once the levels stabilize. Getting to sub 1 before it floods will not be the problem. The real question is whether flooding the lab will release the door before it drowns us. It is an elegant theory, but a grim one. Still, even a desperate idea feels like progress. Day 7, October 29th. Delilah tried again this morning. She made it to the second floor. We heard her shout something, then scream. Something up there attacked her. She fell. She did not survive. There is no more discussion. We will attempt Bill's plan tonight. The air is heavy and metallic. I can barely write. If this is how it ends, I suppose it is fitting. I have spent my entire career solving problems no one else could, and now, faced with one final equation, I find that my mind is no longer sharp enough to solve it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it's back in here where it's hiding. It says we need to get down one more floor. Ah, there we go. Alright, there we go. We took them out. I will say that was creepy having the Wendigo running back and forth. It was very creepy. Now, is this how we get up? Okay, so there's a little door right here that'll take us down. Oh, that still works. Good. Let's explore a little. Some ammunition. Okay, so here's where you fall if you miss the whole gap. Alright, doesn't look like there's much on this basement floor. So, I guess we'll shut the pump off. Alright, now, something about us needing to... Okay, so here's where it is. Now, I do have enough perk points that we can use Aqua Girl if needed. Here comes the water. This is a really neat concept. Like, I don't think there's anything else in the game where you're, like, flooding a building and have to do stuff like this. Oh, and stuff floats. Kill old Pete. Okay. I guess we gotta kill old Pete now. Alright, so we're up. Making our way through. I wonder why the water just stopped there. Okay, so we need to go up. Oh, wait, do we finally have the key for these doors? Yes, we do. Okay. Oh, and I see another terminal. Let's go check that out. Records terminal. Message center. Okay, so those are all the same ones. Okay, so yeah, that's all stuff we've seen. Now we have, did you know about this? Pete, I talked to Eric because last year's numbers were not making sense, and I left very concerned. With a bit of poking around in the books, I now see that half of last year's income was military money. And they are not buying boots. It looks like they are laundering it through medtech. I have always trusted you, but if this was your idea, you are going to be looking for a new comptroller. Pat Ward, comptroller. Skyway. Opened. Okay, so just a little bit. Looks like they were laundering money for a different company. Engaging in a little bit of tomfoolery. Alright, lots of turrets. Feral. Holy mother of ferals. That is an army of them. Alright, well there's old Pete. Let's try and take out the rest of these ghouls. There we go. Did Pete come with Pete's password? Okay. Oh, I bet that's his terminal there. Okay, and this takes us down. So I'm not worried about that. We're in the clear. But Pete's terminal. Let's take a look. Message center. Inbox. Is anyone up there? Okay, so we already read that. Sent. Okay, yeah, those are all the same ones we've read in previous episodes. Mr. Project Notes. Confidential. Oh my, lots of stuff. Okay, so January 2nd, 2077. After meeting with General Hammond and the MedTech representatives today, I have agreed to move forward with this Mr. Project. I am uneasy about working with the military again, but the contract is substantial and we need it. Sales have been falling for nearly 2 years, and last quarter almost finished us. This might give us the time we need to recover. Hammond and I served together years ago. He still calls me Sarge, even in front of his officers. I cannot tell if it is out of respect or if he just enjoys reminding me of those days. Either way, it makes it harder to say no to him. I trust him, or at least I want to. February 27th, 2077. We have a working prototype. Hammond came through with schematics for a new radiation arch, and it gave us nearly everything we needed. We are calling it the first version, the Healthy Runner Mister. The concept is straightforward. It allows a runner to refresh so they can continue running as if they had just begun the race. MedTech says it is perfectly safe, though they always say that. March 4th, 2077. The Healthy Runner Mister works beautifully. One of the test subjects had an old leg injury, ran through the mist, and came out nearly healed. MedTech says it is the stims in the vapor. They keep calling it revolutionary, and honestly, they might be right. I am not sure why they are wasting technology like this on us, but if it keeps the lights on, I'm not asking questions. March 20th, 2077. We are testing a rat-away mister now. I do not see much use for it in our field, but Hammond insisted. Radiation this, safety that, apparently it is part of the deal. Still, I cannot imagine runners caring about decontamination units on the course. April 12th, 2077. The action-packed mister is something else entirely. It wipes away fatigue like it never existed. Watching a runner hit the arch, stumble for a second, and then take off twice as fast is incredible. I doubt the athletic board will ever allow it in an official event, but the publicity alone could put us back on the map. June 14th, 2077. We have done all we can with the action-packed formula. Salvador is working with MedTech on a stronger mix, but he does not sound optimistic. Still, Hammond says they have something new in development, something beyond performance. He made it sound like classified work. Whatever it is, I'm not turning it down. August 28th, 2077. Salvador says they have finished the new formula, and Hammond could not stop smiling. They are calling it the Nuka on Mister. They promised this will be the final design. Good. Because the staff are starting to whisper about what we are doing down here. I cannot afford more resignations. Who would have thought the end of the world would kill shoe sales? That's what I keep telling myself anyway. September 2nd, 2077. Tested the Nuka on Mister tonight. Salvador insisted I try it myself. The name is ridiculous, but the feeling is beyond words. It is like every nerve wakes up at once. For a few seconds, I felt unstoppable. If this is what they have been working toward, then it is worth everything. September 25th, 2077. I could not resist trying it again after hours. The effect lasts nearly a full minute now. 60 seconds of pure clarity, focus, and strength. I have never felt anything like it. My hands still shake afterwards, but that is probably just excitement. We need to make this work. If we can demonstrate it at a real event, we will have the military, the press, maybe even the public back on our side. One run, that is all it will take. October 12th, 2077. They are testing arrays of Nuke on Misters now. The results are unbelievable. We will need to watch the placement to prevent accidents, but the potential is enormous. Hammond is ecstatic. We have already shipped several containers to the base in Maine. More importantly, they have paid the third installment, and I can keep the company running for at least another year. I cannot stop thinking about that feeling, though. The surge, the clarity, I know it is just the vapor, but it makes everything make sense again. Maybe I will take another run through the array. Obviously, he was getting addicted to it. And that's not good. And we'll unlock the safe. And I think that is finally the end of the Pete's memoir. Okay, never mind. We've got more to read. Alright, where is it at? Pete's memoir. Book deal. I've been approached about a book, a memoir, the founding of the company, the races, the growth. I don't know if they would still be interested if they understood the company's present condition as clearly as they understand its beginnings. It's easy to celebrate a start, harder to explain the middle. Hammond. Seeing Hammond today at the meeting was surreal. He even called me Sarge. The meeting went well, better than I expected, and I think this project could be the lifeline we needed to get things back on track. Hammond knows that too. I think that's why he came to me with the idea. Neither of us mentioned Eddie or Alaska. We didn't need to. I could see it in his eyes as he looked around the office. We took different paths after Eddie died. I think we both wonder if we chose the right one. A place to start. After Hammond left, I decided I needed to start working on the memoir. Running with Hammond and Eddie feels like the right place to begin. The company logo is based on our 3 private chevrons running each morning. But then there was Alaska. Even now, it's hard to know where that story really begins. Nantucket. It's too much to get into right now. First things first. The Mr. Project has to work. If it does, the company survives 2077. If it doesn't, I'm not sure what that leaves us with. The house on Nantucket should be finished before Christmas. That feels like the right place to finally sit down and write. Okay, so he had a lot going on. And apparently he is a veteran from the war in Alaska. That is interesting. Means he probably served with... Well, not probably, but possibly served with Nate. One of the sole survivors. Oh, what's back here? Just a fusion core. But hey, free fusion core. Alright, well let's get back and return with the misters so we can continue on with our quests. That building has so much lore behind it, and the detail they paid attention to was very, very well done. A lot of the times the lore doesn't really blend together with anything, but they did a really good job in there of tying the terminals together, the right messages showing up for the right people. I think I saw one typo, which really isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wait for daylight just because I don't feel like doing this at night. Although I do think it said there is a thing you unlock if you do the marathon at night. But I'm not looking to do that for my first attempt at it. I also don't know how long the marathon itself will take. Makes me wonder, but let's return these.
Hi, you're back.
First place
Did
is
you get
pretty
the mist again?
impressive. Especially for a
Yep,
first time.
here you go. I hope old Pete wasn't too much trouble. He was always a tough one. He won the marathon 20 years in a row. Before he went, well, you know, crazy. This should be enough to get all the misters working.
Yeah, but all we have to fill them with is right away.
True. Not super useful to most of us, but Speedy here will appreciate it.
Can you help us out, Speedy? We've got plenty of right away. We just need some stimpaks, some jet, and if you can find it, psycho jet. That's the good stuff.
My plan was to put some of each mister out on the course. But since you provided the mister gas, you should get to set up the mister array.
My vote for all Nuka.
Identify yourself. Law-abiding citizens will not be harmed.
Good job qualifying for the marathon.
Thanks, JT.
Hi. Good job, Speedy. Don't forget to check your results on the terminal. Please. Setting up the course gets more complicated every year.
Okay, so...
Speedy, you looking for some chems?
Yes.
You're in luck, buddy. I know exactly where you can find all the good stuff. Let me think. There's an old hospital not too far from here. They have plenty of stimpaks there.
Okay, so
You ran well
to do these, you need to complete these little quests. Okay, so we're like 3 quests in. So we got to get stimpaks to fill the misters. This is really in depth. Like, this is an insane amount of content. Like, this is the gold standard for quest creations. Like, if they all had this level of detail added to them, it would be phenomenal. Like, I was a little nervous based off of the price, with this being a $5 creation, but I am not in the least bit dissatisfied with my purchase. Like, I will probably run this in my main load order because it does that good. The only thing I will have to see is how compatibility works with the ghoulification mod. I haven't investigated that yet since people have pointed out they use the same building. So they might have some conflicts. But alright, well, let's get in here and get our stuff. Oh, I hear a suicider. Well, that worked. Somehow we didn't die. I'm going to take a refreshing beverage, though. And I got to reload. Alright. Take them out. Take out that nightkin. And we need to get up top. Quit wasting time down here. Alright, I know you're hiding there. There we go. Oh, take them out. Alright. We're gonna go this way. Pop the lock, because I didn't grab bobby pins. Alright, I need to take out this butcher. There we go. Cool. So we took him out. Okay, he had a bunch of stimpaks. 20 stimpaks, okay. Stimpaks to fill the misters, completed. Alright, so that's not too terribly bad. Now let's make our way on out. Alright. And I guess we're going to head back and talk to him and get another quest to go get the remaining chems. That's my guess, at least. Let's see. So let's get back over here to packet pickup and get that figured out. Because we're going to want all of them so we can experience the marathon the way it is. So this might end up being a...
Speedy.
What the world?
Order has prevailed.
Guess I was wrong about you. You all right?
Speedy. You looking for some chems?
Yes.
If you need psychojet, that might be a little harder. But I know there's some gunners over in the city that have been making a lot of it lately.
Find psychojet to fill the misters. Mass Bay Medical Center. Alright, where's that at? Over here in downtown. Okay. Let's go get the psychojet. That hopefully will not take too long. I at least want to try and get the chems done in this episode. And in the next one after this, because it's probably going to be a 4-episoder, we'll probably do the actual marathon then. Because I don't think the marathon's only going to be a 5-minute run. Alright. I'm tired of having a slow reload speed. Let's... There we go. Oh, I didn't mean to leave. Oops. I thought that was to go upstairs. Dang it. Let's just turn around and go back in before anybody sees us standing there. Alright. Guessing this is the direction I need to go. Look, so far I'm not seeing anything.
Scanner's clear.
Hope I hear a Assaultron. I guess it would technically be an Assaultron, not a Assaultron. Improper English. Oh yeah, much better with quick hands. Not going the right way. Still not going the right way. There we go. Now I'm finding my way to get to where we need to go. Alright. Getting the Psycho Jet. Oh my, all kinds of... Oh my, he's like teleported. That was kind of crazy how fast he like flew over to that. And now they're chucking nades at us. You get some. Wait, I needed something off of him? Alright, I guess we'll go take a look at him. Oh, he had all the Psycho Jet. Interesting. I don't know if there's a way out from up here, so we're just going to go back down and make our way the whole way down and go back and talk to the guy about getting some chems. I think we need a jet is the last thing we're going to have to get. This should spit us outside. Hopefully there's no enemies and we can just fast travel on over. But so far I have really been enjoying this. Maybe? I didn't think so. Gotta head up to the secret Slocum Joe's. Yeah, if you have the Slocum Joe's Creation Club thing, it puts a little stand up here. I don't know if anybody has ever actually mentioned that, but yeah, that turns into Slocum Joe's. Alright, what do you mean there's enemies nearby? Oh, good. Good grief. Oh, I am stuck. Okay. Well, since I am stuck, we are going to do the TCL to get unstuck. There we go. Alright, take that out. There we go. And let's run away so we can finally fast travel. Here seems about good. Let's try this again. Third time's the charm. There we go. Now we can finally fast travel away. Let's get the last of the chems. Anything gonna sneak up on me?
Hey,
Speedy, you looking for some chems?
yes.
If you need jet, there's a group of raiders just down the road. They got plenty, if you know what I mean.
Beaten by a
Revere Beach Station. Well, we're just gonna run there. Wait, Nuka Runner billboard? That's new. That's not vanilla. So they added in extra stuff around the Commonwealth to kind of point you in the direction. Alright, let's just run inside to get the jet. Oh my, there's all kinds of them spawning in. Okay, they followed us through. Okay. So we have taken out those raiders. And I do think we are actually going to go ahead and end this episode here. We are already over what I shoot for my playthrough episodes to be. And I don't want to make this too long and bore you guys. So we will pick this up in episode 4, where we will finish collecting the chems and hopefully, finally, start the race. Anyways, if you did enjoy the video, do feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!